Sorry.
Hi everyone, it's Dee.
Hello, it's me.
My husband is here and we've been reading some scary stories and legends.
Ooh.
And we just finished reading Jack the Stingy for the first time. And I was telling my husband about El Charro Negro, or some people call him the Mexican Horseman, or...
Really? That's lame.
Yeah.
I like the name in Spanish way better.
I guess he's better known as the Devil's Collector.
Death, no? Is death not... Does it not work for the devil? Is that its own separate thing?
I think it's its own separate thing. Okay, babe. What do you think this has in common with Jack the Stingy?
They're drunks.
Is that what you think?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. So they say that the devil does not need to meddle with the humans because it has his own collector. According to this story that was told by word of mouth in many areas and several legends of the Charro Negro. The origin of the legend of the Charro Negro. According to some stories told in various towns in our country, the legend of the Charro Negro finds its origin in a man from humble family who always sought to stand out from all the people in his town. It is not known exactly where he was from since his origin changes with respect to the region where the story is heard. But everyone agrees that this boy was always very miserly and sought to have the best. So many times he did. According to some of the stories, his origins changes because depending on what region you're in, they'll tell you where he's from, but it's not known for sure. This is a legend that has gone on from word of mouth everywhere in Mexico. And the origin of this and his humble beginnings were because he was very poor. His parents loved him, but he was kind of vain and he wanted the best of the best. And by choice, he would sometimes not eat so he could save a few coins, and that way he could spend his money on a nice sombrero.
Really?
He wanted to buy fine clothes and show them off to his neighbors.
Mm.
And he was fed up enduring his poverty. This man always seemed fed up with enduring his own poverty and that of his loved ones, as he said no matter how hard he tried, the money never paid off. And almost every day he had to show of hands full of dirt and grind for his work in the field. When his parents died, this young charro gradually entered into misery, which made him take a decision. He decided to invoke the devil in order to make a barter that would lead him to wealth in exchange for his soul.
What do you think the barter was? Like the first one?
Well, I know what it is.
What? Fancy clothes?
No.
Riches?
Yeah.
That's lame.
He wants riches.
He's gonna die though. What are riches gonna do when you're dead?
He's vain and...
That's lame. I'd wish for like wings. Or like a pet dragon.
A pet dragon?
Hell yeah. I'll name him Squiggles. He shall be my Squiggles.
Without knowing how, at the same time, he managed to invoke the devil himself, who agreed to the exchange after seeing the enormous impurity of his soul, which is why this young man was transformed into the figure of El Charro Negro, an attractive, haughty, and brave guy who enjoyed a lot of money and beauty. However, the years passed and this man's use got out of hand, as did his desire to continue spending his money on gambling, food, luxuries, and women. He felt alone, and he couldn't find a way to remedy it because he believed that people were only looking for him for his money. As time went by, his mind also lost lucidity, so he forgot the pact that he had made with the demon, who scared him to the point of almost killing him when it appeared to remind him that the collection of his debt was very close. Remember, the pact was you get riches, but the devil gets his soul. Suddenly, the man remembered everything that had happened, and his fear led him to hide because he did not want the devil to take him. Furthermore, with the money he still had left, he had several crosses forged throughout his house and a small chapel built so that he could pray every day for his soul. I think it's a little late for that, but
Yeah.
however, worry no longer allowed him to sleep or eat, which led him to make a decision. He grabbed his best horse and a bag full of gold and set off on a journey without telling anyone, so that when the devil arrived, he would find an empty house. But just when Charro was finishing his preparations for escape, the demon suddenly appeared to him to prevent his plans and force him to fulfill his promise. The man's flesh began to disappear after suddenly drying up, as if many years had passed over him in a matter of seconds. And when he was stripped to the bone, the devil told him that he would allow him to keep his horse for the next task he had planned for him.
Not the horse.
Yeah, what fault of the horse is it? The devil told the man from that moment on that he would become his debt collector, searching for those souls who had made a pact with this person to capture them and take them to hell. However, he promised him one thing. If he ever found a soul as greedy and despicable as him, to take the bag of gold coins he was carrying, he would free him and have the new person take his place. Thus, the Charro Negro wanders from town to town, since he hates going near cities, fulfilling the task that the demon entrusted him, and looking for some unwary and greedy traveler who can take his position. For this reason, many people in various towns lock the doors of their homes when the night falls, and protect their animals so very well that when the Charro Negro arrives, it does not take their souls or exchange their fate. Yes, babe, even the chickens are protected.
Why does he want chicken souls?
I'm not sure why.
What is the devil doing with chicken souls?
I don't think he cares. I think he's just looking for someone to take his place. And I don't know if chickens can see or if they're blind or if they can smell. I'm not sure. But, animals are curious. And maybe if he convinces the chicken to grab a gold, he can exchange his soul for the chicken. I don't know.
The chicken's despicable.
What did you think?
I think I might do it.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
No.
But riches.
Oh, I don't think this one mentioned that the horse's eyes change
Oh, to like fire.
to like
and
fire.
flame.
Yeah. Like Ghost Rider.
Yes, just like Ghost Rider. That's so cool.
Do you think I always found this one and the Headless Horseman have similarities?
Yeah, I see that.
But there's also the Pact with the Devil, which is the same as Stingy Jack did. And they
But
both kind of got.
but Jack got away with like so many more things.
But what did you think? Which story do you like better? Or which one do you think is scarier?
This one,
Why?
because he's like the bounty hunter of the devil.
Yeah,
And the other one, he's just kind of,
roaming.
yeah, he's just walking around doing nothing. It's boring. At least this guy has a horse.
And he just got a turnip.
Yes.